We are here. Yeah, we here. We back. Round of applause to each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much for being in the bill. Let me get myself comfortable. Mic sounds nice. Check 1, 2. I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. Let's go ahead and get the banner rolling across the bottom here. Well, while I'm doing that, y'all know what time it is. Let's go with that intro.
Major show alert! You're now locked in to Trucking with LoSean Parks podcast show. Come on, tell them about all the places you've gone to. Breaking down the trucking industry from entrepreneurship, fleet building, and money management.
I got a hustler spirit, I get it.
Whether you a new CDL driver or a veteran who's been doing it for years.
Took it to another level.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
Bring them out.
Now here's your host, LoSean Parks.
Ride with us.
Let's go.
Well, let's go then. Shit. What up? Once again, hey, everybody.
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, hello, mother. She said it. I didn't say it. So what's going on to y'all, man? Once again, round of applause to each and every one of y'all for being up in chill. I truly do appreciate that. And if you do me the biggest favor that you can do for me, and make sure that you share, like, and subscribe to this channel if you are watching this via YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, because we are streaming live on Facebook along with YouTube on my YouTube channel. But if you're on my YouTube channel, please do consider giving it a like and subscribing. Make sure that you hit the bell so that you get notifications when we do lives or when I drop videos of this magnitude. Content is what I'm speaking about. All right. So today in this video, I'm not even gonna really call this a full-fledged podcast yet. I'm still working on my podcast shit. All right, give me time. All right, then I'll start naming the podcasts with episode numbers and shit of that nature. But for right now, we're just playing around for right now. Okay. But as you guys can see in the title, it's going to be an update. It's probably been about what, week, 2 weeks since I did a video. So I'm bringing that to y'all. Plus I have a couple of things that have been transpiring over here at Parks Motor Group that is good news. I'd like to bring that to you guys. So for sure. All right. As you guys can see in the title, we're going to talk about how I have added an additional 4 trucks to my fleet, which brings us up to a total right now of 12. So round of applause for myself on that. You know what I'm saying? Doing it big over here at Parks Motor Group, or at least trying to do that. We trying to do that. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about here today. Also, I've seen a few videos. And I'm going to address some of the allegations. Okay. Some of the allegations. And it's not necessarily that I'm going to be nasty about them, because I'm not. But I think that some people don't have the full information about what it is that I have going on in my neck of the woods. So I'm going to give them clarification so that they understand and know what it is, you know, because it seems like a lot of people out here are in search of information for what LoSean Parks has going on. And hey, listen, all you got to do is ask the source. That's me. All right. Ask the source. I'll let you know. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. Transparent all the way around. Okay. Only time I'm not transparent is when certain things are my own personal business, and that's my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not nobody else's business. And so if people want to sit here and say, oh, you're not real for that, putting out your entire life or putting out your entire business or putting out everything that goes on with you from day to day, I simply will tell you to fuck off. Okay. Because certain things is okay to put on social media, and certain things is your business, you know, personal business. You don't need to put those on social media. And I wouldn't advise any content creator to just lay out their entire life on YouTube. Sometimes you got to leave the mind to wonder and leave suspense. And when it comes to personal shit anyway, right, on your personal life, personal things, that's nobody's business anyway, right? So don't feel like if you're a content creator on a YouTube space, and if you don't tell everybody every single thing that goes on in your life, then that doesn't make you real, or that doesn't make you 100% transparent. Like, certain shit just don't belong. Okay. And you got to know that line in the sand where it's like, all right, yeah, this is good for, you know, I can put this on YouTube, and then the shit of yours, it's like, yo, that's my business. Right. And don't feel bad if you don't put it on there. Cause to be honest with you, anybody who puts their whole entire lifestyle or their entire day to day, everything that happens on YouTube, in my opinion, I think you're a fool for that. I think it's sucker shit. All right. At the end of the day, this is still what people may want to look at as entertainment, or some people come here for informational purposes as well. So with that being said, they don't need to know about every single thing that happens in your life. You know what I mean? Because then at that point in time, when you're giving away your entire life on this platform to people that are complete strangers, let's not forget that they're complete strangers, and they will criticize you and critique you on every single thing that you say and you do. Okay? Some things are just meant not to be put on camera, not to be put on wax or information. So, but the information that I do display to you guys on this platform is information that I have no problem expressing or letting you guys know, you know, what goes on with me on a day to day or in that situation, if you will. All right. So once again, you guys see the banner scrolling down at the bottom. It says info@drive4pmg.com. Number is 1-833-525-4764. That is our office number, how to get in contact with us to Drive for Parks Motor Group Inc. Funny thing, had a gentleman that called me, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. All right. Wanted to apply for a job, driving position. It's like, hey man, I seen the video. Interested in the driving position that you have available. Okay. So now I'm gonna run through a couple of questions real quick, and then we're gonna, you know, see if you pre-qualify, if you will. First question I ask is, how long have you been driving? How long have you been driving with your CDL? Gentleman replies, 1 year. All right, that's my minimum. Even though, granted, putting you on insurance is going to be tremendously expensive. But if you don't have any accidents, incidents, or any tickets, then, you know, I'm willing to work with you. Okay. So continue the questioning to the gentleman. The next question was, of course, do you have any accidents, incidents, or tickets, citations within the last 3 years? Now, granted, the gentleman just told me that he's only been driving with a CDL for 1 year. So with insurances, they still take it back to in a POV, meaning personal vehicle. Okay. And his reply was, yeah, I had one. Okay. He says that it was minor. It was a minor little situation. Minor. You say minor. Okay. So how long ago did this happen? This happened like a few months ago. Okay. So now I'm in a different mind frame. So when you say minor, not too long ago, now we've turned it to a couple of months. Okay, since you had this minor incident, accident, or whatever. So he continuously emphasizes that it's minor. Okay. So I'm like, okay, listen, since it's so minor, just explain to me what minor is. Okay, what happened? What was the situation? He said, oh, it was nothing. I just had a rollover. Do what, bro? like what? Wait. Hold the phone. Okay. What you mean? Wait. Run that by me one more. Run that again. I don't know if I heard you correctly, my man. But say what happened again? Oh, it was just I just had a minor rollover. So I proceed to tell the gentleman that's not going to work. Okay, you've had a recent rollover. My insurance definitely will not touch you. Okay, that I don't know too many places that will. Okay, you have under 2 years experience. You have 1 year of experience, and you already have a rollover on your record. Insurance ain't gonna take you. Have a good day. That's what I tell him. He continues to go on and says, "Whoa, wait a minute. I just use my own insurance." I said, it don't work that way, my man. You are, the position that we offer is a company driver position. So I have to put you on my insurance, and it don't work where I can use your insurance. I can't do it. Okay. So he gets upset with me and tells me, oh, well, you didn't indicate that in the video. Okay. You didn't say anything about that in the video. I said, my man, in the video, I say that you have to have 1 year OTR driving experience, and you have to have a clean MVR, PSP, CSA, and no accidents or minimal accidents within the last 3 years. No accidents, preferably in the last 3 years. Certain accidents, certain things, incidents, I can, insurance will let you scathe by with. A rollover, they not going to allow you to slide, B. I'm just saying, bro. They're not going to allow you to slide with a rollover. And you're not about to raise my insurance rates. Fuck it. You ain't going to be able to raise my insurance rates because I know for a fact they not going to take you. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact my insurance is not taking you. So discussion is over. Oh, okay. Whatever. Have a good day. And I wish you all the success and best of luck. Not going to work here. All right. Proceed to hang the phone up and hit him with the... That's out the window, baby. That's out the window. Let me tell you something. If you come in to apply with Parks Motor Group to be a company driver for us, because that's the positions that we have available. That's the only thing that we have is company drivers. We no longer are indulging in lease. I think I've spoke about this on the last video, but you have to have a clean driving record, folks. Listen, there is nothing more important than to keep your CDL clean to the best of your ability. All right. As far as rollovers go, I've dealt with them in my fleet. I've had 2 rollovers from drivers that have rolled over 2 of my trucks. Okay. I already know how this game goes. Rollover, immediately the insurance company drops them. Done. When the insurance company drop you, what do you want me to do? Okay. In this industry of trucking, what a lot of people fail to realize is everybody's, when they're these owner operators and they have their own authority there, nobody's the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. Nobody overlooks me. I overlook me. And I go where I go. Let me tell you, there is one ultimate boss in the trucking industry who controls everybody and tells you when you going to sit your ass down and going to tell you who you can hire. And it's going to tell you, your limitations of what can happen before they drop you from their policy. And that is called insurance. Okay. Insurance runs the trucking industry. Okay. Without insurance, you ain't running out here. So, if we want to get savvy about it all, okay, the one boss in trucking, regardless if you are leased on, you're a company driver, you're a fleet owner, or you have your own authority, the one boss over everybody is insurance. Okay. I need you to know that. I need you to understand that. If insurance says it is a no-go, that ass is not running that truck. It's just what it is. That's a pure fact. It's not no speculation. It's from what I have seen and what I have endured myself. Okay. And everything that I speak to you guys about is from firsthand experience. Not necessarily meaning me personally, but I'm speaking as far as the situations and what I have seen from running my fleet. Okay. And by the way, some people have been asking, one of the allegations is, one of the allegations was that I was going to fail doing this, right? I wouldn't last past 2 years with a fleet. I've had this fleet with multiple trucks since 2017. It's 2021. People give it up. Give it up. That's 4 years. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 4 years that I have ran this Lisa fleet. Lisa fleet, if you will. Okay. 4 years. All right. So I take a lot of pride in that because most guys wouldn't have been able to go past 2 years. Okay. And statistically, Google it, most businesses in the trucking industry don't make it past 2 years. Okay. Let alone, I think it was like, if you make it past the 2 years, it's another 50% chance that you make it past 5. If you make it past 5, then you got something on your hands. We're 1 year away from being at the 5 mark. Another round of applause for me. So most definitely. All right, I'm going to pull this up to the front anytime. We're going to get back to the show here in a minute. Anytime somebody sends me a super chat, I pull you right on up there. Yeah. And I read it, and I give you props and everything. So if you send a super chat, then I will definitely pull your comment in. But from Jordan's, says the boss is ultimately who has the most money on the table. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Ultimately, once again, like I said, the boss is the insurance. It don't matter it don't matter if you got money up on the table. If insurance says that they're not going to insure this driver, or they're not going to insure your trucks, you're dead in the water. Okay? You're floating dead. It don't matter. You could come with $100 million. If insurance says they're not taking that driver, or they're not taking that truck, it don't matter how much money you got. Period. Money ain't talking at that point. They not taking on the risk at all. They don't care about the amount of money you have. But I appreciate that $5 super chat, Jordan. Hope that I was able to clarify that for you. Now, there's different levels of bossing. Just depends on how people are looking at bossing. All right, we talking about bossing as far as a authority figure, as like somebody who runs the company, tells you what to do, where to go. It's their company, manager, supervisor, what have you. Okay. But when I'm talking about somebody that's like over everything, the only thing that is over technically everything is insurance. Period. That's a straight fact. And you don't believe me, go out and try to get some insurance and have an array of drivers who have speeding tickets, who have citations, who have accidents, and let me know if they insure those drivers. They ain't taking them. Okay. They not taking them. They not going to raise your rate. They just not going to take it, because they're not going to assume the risk at all. They're not going to take on that risk. So that's just a fact. All right. Listen, man, if you want to get your comment put up here before the session opens up to where I, start answering questions and stuff down there in the comment section. If you got something definitely that you want me to read out, or that you want to be acknowledged for, you can hit the super chat if you like. Okay. I don't care what you put in there. You can put $1. You can put $5. It's donation. It's up to you. Whatever you want to put in there, I'll pull your comment up to the front, acknowledge your super chat. Thank you for your super chat. Read it off, and then I will elaborate on your super chat. All right. So that's how we're going to do that over here. All right. I would tell you guys about the Cash App shit. For right now, this works out better for me. Okay. Because I just am not ready to really multitask a whole lot right now, especially not today. I'm a little bit tired. Yeah. So I ain't going to be able to do all that. But maybe later I have up on the screen somewhere my Cash App, because technically whenever you do send a super chat, we only, as a content creator, get like between 40 and 45% of that. The rest of that money YouTube keeps. So that's why so many content creators don't want you to send them a super chat, because they're not getting the majority portion of it. Majority portion of it is going to YouTube. So it's kind of, I understand why content creators don't want to accept the super chats. They say to send it to their Cash App, which I can put my Cash App down there. Let me see if I have it as a banner. Do I? I don't think I do. Okay, here we go. I do have it. So we'll put it right there. To donate to this channel, it is Cash App $LoSean Parks. So if you do send me a Cash App, I will make sure that in the text of you sending me that Cash App, that you put like a question that you have or whatever, and I will read that question off here on my stream, answer it for you here, and then also acknowledge you for sending the Cash App, which is greatly appreciated. Once again, it is donation. There's no certain requirement. You can send $1, you can send $5, you can send, I would say, whatever you got, but as far as change, if you had it, but I think Cash App only allows, you have to at least do $1, I think. I don't think you can send like quarters and nickels and dimes and pennies and shit. Okay. I think it has to actually be the minimum of $1. All right. But I'll leave that right there for the time being. And I will actually take off let's leave that strolling down there at the bottom. You just never know if anybody's going to come in here, a driver may come in here and may be interested in a position with us. That information will be scrolling right there at the bottom for them. Okay. Oh, we already got a Cash App. Came through $5 from, Jordan sent me another Cash App. I appreciate it, Jordan. Let's see if he sent me $5 super chat. I appreciate that. And then he sent it to me Cash App. So big ups to Jordan. All right. A big total of $10. I appreciate that, man. Big ups. Once again, if you send via the Cash App, I acknowledge that, give you a round of applause, everything like that. And also, if you have a question, send the question in the Cash App, and then I'll be able to read that off for you too. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. We are 24 minutes in, and we need to talk about this. So I have added an additional 4 units, meaning 4 trucks, to my fleet. We had 8 trucks. We are now officially at 12. Lo, what's the reason for this growth here? Was COVID a great year for you? Seemed to be a bad year for everybody else. Seemed to be a struggling point for other people. Was COVID a good year for you to where you just are able to expand to 12 units? Did Sky Daddy Jesus, shout out to my man, Chasing Andrew Jackson. I'm fucking with him on that. But did Sky Daddy Jesus just let you, stroke of the pen? No, that wasn't the situation. As far as COVID-19 goes, was it a good year for us? We will say that it was no different than what other people in the logistics endured. So if you had a terrible time during COVID in logistics, I would say that we probably was on the opposite side of you. Okay. Did we do phenomenal? Did we make record-breaking numbers during COVID? No. But did we struggle during COVID? No, we didn't. Okay. We I would say we were probably on the good side of the coin opposed to the bad side of the coin. For sure. I just got another Cash App came through. Who is this from right here? This is from Jason. Sent $10 for I see his 5, I'll raise him 10. Hey man, there we go. We got a Cash App war going on right now. Appreciate that, Jason, for sending me that awesome $10, man. Much love. Oh, got another one came through. Frank Evans sent me $20 for keep rocking my brother. Second ACR. Ooh, shout outs on that. Hold on. Bring it through. Drop the bomb on him on that one. Yo, in case some of y'all don't know, that's a brother right there. And what I mean by brother when I say second ACR, that was the battalion and everything that I was in when I was in the military. I was 77 Foxtrot, which is a petroleum supply specialist. I was in military from 2002 to 2004, got out on a medical discharge, tore my ACL, MCL, and meniscus in my knee running PT. And I was part of the 4th Squadron, 2nd ACR regiment out there in good old Fort Polk, Louisiana. Okay? Straight up, okay? If you ain't never been to Fort Polk, Louisiana, Leesville, Louisiana, there's absolutely nothing popping. Well, at least in 2002 to 2004, there was absolutely nothing out there. That's when I was stationed there. They do swamp training out there, JRTC out there, but there's absolutely nothing. The thing that was popping there at the time I was in service, once again, a few years ago, was the Walmart. The Walmart was the hot spot in Leesville, Louisiana. All right. But I appreciate that, man. Second ACR all day. Okay. Second ACR all day, which I believe now they've moved the second ACR to Florida, I do believe. They're no longer in Louisiana. Last time I checked. Another super chat came through from my man Anthony Wilson, sent me $20. I appreciate that. For when did you know it was time to get a fleet? Good question. All right. So what we're going to do anytime these super chats come through or these cash apps come through, we take those as priority. We'll take those first, and then we'll get back to our subject at hand. Got a few cash apps coming through, so let me work on. And matter of fact, round of applause for my man Anthony Wilson for sending me that $20. I appreciate that. But he says, when did you know it was time to get a fleet? Dog, I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of like winged it. All right, I kind of winged it. What happened is, I was actually given the opportunity by the company that I get my lease trucks from. And they said, hey, we got this used, at that time, I think it was a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. I was already in my white Cascadia, my 2018 white Cascadia. And he said, my man Ryan, big ups to him. He said, do you want another truck? I was like, damn. Oh, okay. What's the pricing on it? He was like, it's a used 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. And, okay. So what I got to put down? He's like, oh, shit, $2,500, man, I'll get you in it. What? $2,500? Okay, let's get it. So that's how I kind of like stumbled across creating my fleet. And then from there, I had those two trucks. And then like, I worked it out a little bit, seeing how things were going. And I liked it. And, shit, the rest is history. Snowball downhill. Snowball downhill for me from that point on. So that's how, coincidentally enough, that happened. How I created my fleet was off of that second truck opportunity for $2,500 down. And that truck ran well. I finished the whole term on that 2016 without no major problems that warranty didn't cover. And so that truck was good to me. All right. I see a super chat down here in the comment section. I got another two cash apps that came through. One from my man Darnell Gully. Appreciate that, Darnell. Darnell sitting at 25. I appreciate that 25. High five. He says, I see his 10 raised plus 15. Man, these cats is in here raising each other on cash apps. Let me find out that y'all are gangster in the cash app right now, dog. And send in additional, and for the comment section, y'all are saying, I raise you this much. Drop the bomb on them. Wow. Right. I love and important. And I truly do appreciate that. It looks like we had a little technical difficulties. I don't know what happened right there. I guess my Wi-Fi kind of cut out. But we back though. Another super chat came in from Frank White. Sent you $5 for how much money would be good to start Prime Lease program. All right. First of all, round of applause for you for sending me that super chat. Appreciate that $5. $5 holla. Yeah. So the question once again was, how much money would be good to start Prime Lease program? All right. So if you're talking about doing like the Prime, not the lease purchase, but more so it's like the Prime regular lease. If you're new in the industry and you come in, you technically really don't need a whole lot of money, if anything at all. Reason why is because Prime is pretty much going to cover you on a lot of shit that you may run across or transpire. What do you mean by that? They give out advances pretty hefty over there, okay? If you need something, your light bill going out, your rent due, and, hey, dispatch, can you send me 5 or 6? They'll take it. They'll give it to you, excuse me. But just know that they're going to come and take it the following settlement, okay? So with that kind of support system that Prime offers, I would say that you technically really don't need much of anything, because you have that support system to lean back on, okay? Now, I'm not one that's fond of you getting into taking advances, because then I feel like if you get into the spectrum of taking advances, that means that you have poor money management skills, all right? So I always try to deter people from taking advances and to more so teach you how to be better with your money management. But listen, I understand shit happens, all right? Situations come up. You may not have the funds for it, and you may need a little bit of help or additional help with the situation. And Prime is definitely going to help you with that. So long story short, to answer your question, how much should you come in with the lease program? You don't have to start out with anything, because they're going to back you on pretty much everything that you need help with. Now, as far as lease purchase, if you're talking about that where you're purchasing the truck, I think for your first year is $14,000 down. Don't quote me on this. I haven't been at Prime in over 5-6 years. So your best reference point is probably going to be somebody like Smitty or Junior Honduras or somebody like that, because I know that they're still there, and not knowing if situations have changed from 5 years ago. But when I was there 5 years ago, that's what it was. But those would be the people that I probably would point you in the direction to get information on, as far as if you're trying to look at the lease purchase. Now, like I said, first year when I was there, $14,000 down. If you only been there for 1 year, and each additional year that you've been there, then it knocks it down like $1,000 or some shit like that. So you just think about it. After 5 years, you can put down $9,000 on a truck to lease to own or lease purchase. Another smart way that a lot of drivers should probably be doing it, I don't know if they are doing it, but this is just my take on it, is that get into a short-term lease at Prime. Maybe you find a truck that has maybe 2-3 years left on it before it needs to be turned in. Work that entire lease out, right? So then you get your end of the lease bonus, and then take the end of the lease bonus money that you make off that and put it towards maybe a lease purchase if that's something that you plan on doing. But at the same time, you have accumulated like 2 or 3 years under your belt. So then by the time you go and put that money down, it's not $14,000. It's more like $12,000, $11,000, $10,000 down. Plus you got your end of lease bonus that you're going to get paid out from Prime. So that's just a smarter way, in my opinion, to do it. But choice is yours at the end of the day on how you want to do it. But that's my take. Appreciate the super chat though. All right, my man Phil sent you $5 for It's Up and It's Stuck All 21. Okay, Phil. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Phil. My man just Phil in the building. Hold on, Phil. I'm surprised I ain't got you. Oh, I got to do this on the... I got you, Phil. I'm going to make you the moderator once I get off of here. All right, I had a super chat come through here real quick from my man Percy. Get the bag and the briefcase. $5 super chat from him. Appreciate that. Round of applause. Yeah. All right, so Percy asks, you got 4 more trucks. Dude, are you low-key rich? What the deal? Put me on, LOL. All right, so that's what I was explaining about a little bit before the the phone started blowing up with cash apps, and I was referring to those. But yeah, no problem. So back to the 4 trucks, and appreciate that, Phil. The 4 trucks were needed because I had a humongous influx of drivers when I put out that post that I was looking for drivers to get into, I had 2 trucks open or 3 trucks or something like that. And when I changed our pay package over to being a company, I had a just humongous influx of drivers that wanted to come aboard, which is always awesome and fantastic. But it got to the point where it was like, I have a list of people that are wanting to do this company driver position. So at that moment in time, I elected to go ahead and get 4 more units. And as it stands up right now, all of my units are filled, which is a good thing, right? It's an awesome thing. All of my units are filled, but once again, as our list grows, or as the demand from drivers come in more that want to work for us, then we will continue to add additional units, which I believe that's my way of business or running it, that is profitable. Typically, I typically don't like to add units until the beginning of another quarter, which we're basically upon that in about 2 more days. First quarter ends, second quarter begins, I want to say, right? January, end of March. So April 1 begins a new quarter, second Q. So typically I like to add units the beginning of a new quarter to see how they're going to run, so I can project out a year later on units per quarter and stuff like that. And then I can also see what the profits were for set first quarter, and whatever the profits are from set first quarter, then we can put towards improving our fleet as far as bringing in more units, bringing in more drivers and shit of that nature. So that's how that worked. But when I put that out, I just had, once again, an influx of drivers that wanted to come on board with us and be company drivers, which, by the way, we picked up 2 additional teams and 2 solos. So big ups on them. Okay. big up to those. I appreciate those. Can't wait for those drivers to come through. I actually have about 3. Is it 3? 2. 2 drivers that are starting coming Monday. Actually Tuesday. Yeah, coming Tuesday. I got 2 drivers Monday. Actually, one of them be flying in on Monday. The other one will be there Tuesday. But 2 solo drivers that are getting in one of those 4 additional units that I got. And then I got 2 others that are joining. The 2 teams will be here the following week. I want to say that's like the 11th or something like that. If I'm not incorrect, I ain't got a calendar in front of me, but yeah, we have an enormous amount of drivers that want to come over here to Parks Motor Group, and rightfully so, they should. I believe that our pay package for a company driver is freaking phenomenal. Okay, no hazmat, $1,700 per week salary. Hazmat solo driver, $2,000 per week salary. Team non-hazmat, $2,200 per driver each week, and a team hazmat. Both drivers have to have a hazmat. That's $2,500 a piece per week salary. So I think it's phenomenal. W-2 position. Our benefits are coming as far as we're going to offer benefits to the drivers. So we will be offering that here probably within the next couple of months to our drivers for those that are looking for health benefits as well. So that's pretty big. It's pretty big. Pretty happy with the way that Parks Motor Group is coming along. Especially right now, we are trying out a new venture. So we do have some trucks that are still pulling UPS stuff, and we have the other half of the fleet pulling another venture. And I will say that both places right now are doing phenomenally well, and probably so because freight is picking back up. The COVID restrictions in certain states are being uplifted, and the vaccines is out, so everybody is ready to, and then stimulus checks come out. People are ready to, show up and show out and buy stuff, and you're going to need trucks to restock these stores, right? So everything's been on the up and up for both places that we are at currently with our fleet of trucks. So really happy with it. More than likely, one of the carriers we are probably going to end up pulling out of, which is probably UPS. You guys probably would know that. And that was just simply because we just don't know the outcome, what the outcome is going to be with UPS being sold to TFI. TFI still really hasn't given out a whole lot of information, even though granted they're supposed to take over or start taking over the second quarter of this year of UPS freight. So I guess that is to be seen, but the uncertainty is the bothering point for me. Okay. It's the bothering point for me. Plus this other place that we have half of our trucks over at right now. Well, it's probably a little bit more than half because we still got 4 units over there at UPS Freight, and we got 4 units over at, or 7 because the other 3 trucks, or 8. Shit, I'm tripping. 8 because the 2 teams and 2 solos, and then we already have 4 trucks that are already sitting over there, so 8. That's at the other venture. The revenues for this week have been phenomenal. I understand about the honeymoon phase. Okay. So we want to make sure that it's just not a honeymoon phase, and then the rest of the week, the other 4 coming weeks turns out to be shit on a stick. All right. You always got to have that fallback plan. See, here's what people don't realize. They have multiple plans, right? So they got A, B, C, D, E, F, G plans. All right. I only got 2 plans. I got an A and B plan. And guess what? My B plan is whatever it takes to make the plan A work. As far as I go, I don't got C plans. Never. Because B is what's going to make A work. Okay. So if it gets down to B and we need to revise it to make A work, then that's as far as we're going with it. No, we're not looking at C plans, D plans. I feel like when you start getting into too many plans, you've lost control of your company, or you just don't know what the fuck you're doing. All right. Too many plans create too many complications and shit to get in the way. So keep it down to A and B. I got my A plan, and my B plan is the plan to make A work. That's a doubt. That is no doubt. Excuse me. That is a fact. Another super chat just came through, man, from my man Frank White. Round of applause on again. He stated, let's see. How can you cash out from LLC tax time with Prime? Okay. I guess so I'm a little confused. run this question back here real quick. Let me actually open this joint up. So he says, how can you cash out from LLC time or tax time with prime lease? So I guess what you're asking me is, how can you cash out? What do you mean? Do you mean like as far as how can you? I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused on the question here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little confused on the question because I don't know if you're asking me, can you cash? How do you do your taxes for your LLC at Prime? If that's the case, then you can utilize a CPA outside of Prime. I've never been one to advocate for Abacus, which is the tax service that is there in the Prime building. I've never been one that was real fond of them. I feel like that Abacus has Rob Lowe's best interest, and rightfully so they should, because he plants them there in his terminal, in his facility. So guess who their best interest is going to be with? Hey, Rob, and rightfully so it should be. But if I were you, I would advise that you get a CPA that understands trucking outside of Prime. Just my opinion. But I mean, I guess you can write down in the comment section or something. I hope that I answered your question, because it kind of like was, I don't know about the writing here. How can you cash out from LLC tax time with, if that's what you're talking about? Other than that, I'm a little confused. My man Percy came back up here and gave another super chat. Also, a round of applause from my man Frank White for sending another 5 over, asking me that question. So Percy says, I talked to a UPS driver. They're not buying their entire UPS, only a division of UPS. I don't think everyone can afford to buy the whole company, bro. All right, so here's the deal. They're not buying UPS as a corporation, all right? The entity that TFI bought from UPS is UPS Freight, all right? UPS Freight. They didn't sell UPS small package or brown package boys. They didn't sell them, okay? So UPS still owns UPS Corporation. They just sold their entity that's under their umbrella of UPS Freight to TFI. All right. That's what happened in that situation. All right. Which before UPS came through and bought them, they were called my uncle used to work for him, man. Sheesh. It's on the tip of my tongue, man. It really is. I forgot. Somebody said down in the chat for me, man. I forgot who. I've forgotten it. But UPS Freight used to own, what LTL company was that had them before that? Come on, think, Sean. Think, dog. You talk about this shit all the time. It's so crazy because I am like borderline tired. So with me trying to remember this shit right now, it's got to like shits and giggles. Overnight. Thank you, Percy. Correct. Overnight. They used to own Overnight, which Overnight was a huge player in the LTL game. At one point in time, I think Overnight used to be like one of the top 1 or top 3, if not number 1 at LTL. So, and Overnight, from my understanding, I never worked for Overnight, but my uncle did. And he used to rant and rave about how good Overnight was. And speaking to some other people that was with Overnight before UPS Freight came and bought them, they say how Overnight used to just be a family-oriented company. They would take care of their drivers, and I think that's great. I think that was great. No, Phil, not Old Dominion. Old Dominion's still around. They wanted the leading LTLs. Old Dominion is, for sure. Big Money Low. I appreciate that. All right, so what was I talking about? I got to acknowledge the super chats and the cash apps, because those are questions and people are paying for me to distinctively answer their questions. So appreciate that. But back to the 4 units. That's kind of like how I operate and how I maneuver to determine if I'm going to add additional units, is based on how we did for the end of that quarter. And we were doing well. Okay. So I went ahead and made that executive decision prior to the first quarter ending. Okay. Got another super chat just came through. My man Mike Carter. Round of applause. My man Mike Carter sent me $20, and he left no message. But I appreciate it, Mike Carter. That's my guy right there. I appreciate that. But I know you didn't leave no message, so I ain't gonna read it. But back to what I was talking about, so we can get on along through this, so I can get to y'all questions, because I know y'all got questions down there in the chat, and I ain't really been paying attention to the chat unless I was asking about that carrier, and I looked down there and I seen Percy gave that to me. But that's how we do it over here at Parks Motor Group. We look at the first quarter, how we're doing first quarter, and then whatever profits we deem to put towards equipment, then that's what we're going to do. All right. So just a great opportunity, man, that we are currently on, and revenue is looking great. The drivers are happy. I'm happy. It's a go right now. So really excited about it. Probably before the second quarter ends, we definitely probably will add 4 more trucks, because we just have it. Once again, we have an influx of drivers that are wanting to do this program. And per my models and projections on what we're looking to make as far as profits off of each one of these trucks for each quarter, we're going to be way ahead. So it wouldn't hurt to bring on some additional units in the middle of the second quarter for sure. Oh, my man, this guy Trucks, man. Where you been, man? Round of applause for you, man. Send me that $20 super chat. Yo, listen, this guy Trucks, I heard somewhere in another person's live feed, they said that you stopped trucking, and their beef with you was, since he doesn't truck anymore, why does he have this guy Trucks as his name? Interestingly enough, I don't understand how people are so focused on what another individual's name is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he doesn't truck anymore, you should take the word truck out of your name. I think that's stupid, because how he built that channel was based off of his name, similar to me. That's why I played around with the title or with the name of my channel a couple times. You guys have seen it. And I've come back to Trucking with LoSean Parks. Why? One, because it's my brand. Okay. I've had this branding for a long time, many years on YouTube. I've had this brand. So I don't feel like I need to lose my brand. There's a lot of people I'm gonna be real with you. When I first started doing YouTube videos in the trucking space, there was nobody else with the name Trucking with whatever in their name. And now there's several. Okay. And that's a good thing, because one way or another, I influenced them to, put that in as the name of their for their channel. So round of applause for myself for being an influencer out here, dog. And leasing trucks. And as my man Chasing Andrew Jack say, leasing and losing. The only part about that is that I ain't losing. So I can relate with one half of the title, leasing, but the losing portion I can't relate to, because I'm definitely not losing. I know the super chat just came through. Official Willis, appreciate that, man. States, do you still have them step decks? I do not. I haven't done flatbed step deck work since me and TB was teaming. Yep, at Jones Motor. That was the last time I did step deck. So yeah, I ain't there no more. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat though, brother. Appreciate that. All right, next question from my man Jediah Jenkins. What up though, bro? Yes, sir. So I see the comments. I see the comment right there. Jediah then told himself to y'all. I wasn't gonna put it out there, but he says, best boss ever. Come join the PMG family. Yes, Jediah is a solo driver with us. And he's doing a phenomenal job. Okay. Couldn't ask for a better driver. And he stays communicating. He wants to grow. He wants to, soak up the knowledge that I have. And, I'm willing to give it to him. So big ups to my man, Jediah. And my wife is going to kill me, Jed, because it's Jediah instead of Jediah. But I call you Jediah. You know what it is. My man, Jed. He is one of my drivers over here at Parks Motor Group, Inc. So if you have any questions or, want to ask him, you're free to do so if he's willing to answer you, y'all. But my man, Z Simply Holland, what's up, man? Look, I got to give you a round of applause too, bro. All right. I gotta give you a round of applause. My man was a company driver for 1099 V&L trucking. He saved up his money, went out to the auction. Y'all seen the video? I seen the video, Z. Went out to an auction, paid $20,000 cash, and got himself a nice, pretty, super pretty dog. Detroit 60 Series FLD Classic. Joint is fire. Okay? Joint is fire. And you could never go wrong with the Detroit 60 Series. All right? So I know he's going to be starting new endeavors, new adventures from Parks Motor Group Inc. To you, man, we wish you nothing but success, and we look forward to continuously watching your journey on that. And I want to see that. Hey, listen, I want to see that FLD, dog, blow black smoke out of it. All right? And you got to hit that Jake. Make sure you hit that Jake with a whole lot of weight on there. So that boy, you go. If y'all don't know the noise that I'm making, I'm not making a mating call. Okay? It's not a mating call. That is how the Detroit 60 Series 12.7 sounds when you hit the Jake. How I know? Y'all remember I had a day cab when I was pulling containers that I bought, which was another allegation that I didn't buy, which just didn't make a lot of sense. Okay? But it is what it is. We're over that bridge. Okay? Water under that bridge. We done built the bridge, cried the river, and everything, got over it. But big ups to my man Simply Z, man. You make sure you make a damn video of hitting them Jakes, though. Because cats want to hear it. Sounding like a horse out here. I love Jake brakes, man, that are not muffled, man. Okay? The newer trucks, y'all might be thinking that when y'all hit the Jake brake, y'all doing something because y'all hear a little, that shit ain't making no noise. They ain't nobody really hearing you outside. Okay? You ain't about to drive past no spot and turn the Jake on and have everybody turn over and look at you like, damn, what the hell? What's all that noise he made? But that Detroit 60 Series 12.7, man, I used to love playing with the Jake on my Columbia glider, dog. 12.7 Detroit 60 Series. That shit was fun as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was fun as, man. I would just, what even sounds even doper is shifting through that Jake. Oh my goodness. Shifting through that Jake. Are you serious? That shit is phenomenal. You got to be a trucker to understand what I'm talking about. If you ain't a trucker and you don't know what I'm talking about, so sorry for you. Got to hit you with this. All right, get back. You just don't know, okay? But the truckers know exactly what I'm talking about. Another $5 super chat came through from C King 52. He says, I'm 22. I want to get my own truck, but I know insurance will be high. Been driving for 5 years now, since I was 18. What do you recommend I should do? All right, so here it is. You say you got 5 years, right? So is this just 5 years of driving experience or 5 years with your CDL? King, if you don't mind letting me know. If it's 5 years with your CDL, man, you're not going to have any problem. Well, if you go through Progressive, okay? Progressive may seem to be a little bit high for you, but if they're the only ones that are willing to insure you, then you run with that, okay? Then after you get a little bit more time under your belt, then you, at your renewal, you can always shop around, okay? But I definitely know that you shouldn't have a problem with Progressive, especially if you have 5 years with a CDL, and you will be surprised that your premium really ain't that fucking high. Okay. So I would give Progressive a call, Progressive Commercial Insurance, and have them run it, you know what I'm saying, and see what your quote is. You can always get a quote on that. All right. But thanks, man, for the $5 super chat. Truly appreciate that support there. Another $5 or $4.99 came through from George Sandoval. I appreciate that, man. Round of applause. Damn, George. Really, engineers? Y'all just gonna do that? He gets the bomb drop and the round of applause, and my man George didn't even leave no damn comment. Damn, they really like you, George. Congratulations, though, man. Appreciate that $5 super chat. That is what's up. Chicks got brittle. Wow. I seen that just trucking. All right. So, but yeah, we are now officially up to 12 units here at Parks Motor Group Inc. We were just at 8 units like 2-3 weeks ago. So we're at 12. We're doing well. We're doing swell. Okay. So if people want to ask, hey, is that fleet doing good? Are you making money? I hear that Lease Drivers is losing, and I cannot attest to that because I'm doing well. I've been doing well. Okay. Even to the point of us changing our entire structure around to having company drivers. It hasn't been a problem. Has not been a problem. All right, so check this out. I'm going to open up the chat room for y'all to send me comments. All right, I'll pull your comment up here to the front. Let's try this the easiest way. Shout outs to my man Trucker Coach. All right. Yeah. Lo ain't scared to shout people out. Nah, I ain't scared of that. I give credit where credit is due. All day. All right. But Trucker Coach does have a phenomenal idea when it comes to acknowledging the super chat or acknowledging the comments in the chat. And that is to put everything in all capital letters. I know before I used to say put asterisks. You will be surprised how many people don't know what an asterisk is. Okay. What is that? What is an asterisk? Just Jesus, man. Jesus. So what I want y'all to do, if you have a question, please do put it all caps in the chat right now. And I answer questions right now. All right. What other button I got over here for y'all? Let me see. That's the, I ain't got nothing else for y'all. I was looking at the different buttons I could have played. I know Mike Carter, they don't got to put asterisks. Okay. But for those that don't know what an asterisk looks like, okay, for educational purpose, that's what an asterisk looks like right there. What Michael Carter just typed in there. Little stars, man. That's what an asterisk look like. Y'all would be surprised how many people don't know what an asterisk looks like. But while I'm waiting for a comment to come in, make sure all capital letters, and I'll pull your comment up and answer it for you. Back to, I was reading a comment, right, that a guy left on a video that I did a few years ago. And he stated that, matter of fact, let me pull it up, right? Let me pull it up here on my YouTube studios. I just had to answer back to this shit because I didn't have to, but I just felt the urge to answer back to this because God damn it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, who you been listening to, man? Okay? Who you been listening to? Because whoever you've been listening to, they can't tell you what they're all doing. Okay? Let's see here. There it was. All right, this was one comment here. All right, I'm going to read it to you. His name was Keep On Trucking. He says, these guys had been talking about leases, for the past 6 years, and none of them own or got a title for one truck yet. LMAO. Right? My rebuttal to him was, I got 12 trucks now. How about you? How you coming along? My rebuttal is relevant. This is the deal. Some people don't want to own trucks, man. And that's fine. Don't try to force your narrative or what you have going on, if you even have that going on, because a lot of people that comment on videos, they technically don't have shit going on for themselves. Okay, they're technically broke, depressed, disgusted, and just want to troll you. Okay, for whatever stupid reasons. I don't get it, but anyway, this is the point. Not everybody wants to own a truck. Okay, some people want to have newer equipment. They feel secure under the blanket of the warranty, and they want to lease. Don't bash them for what they want to do, okay? Because nobody's bashing you for wanting to be a company driver. Nobody's bashing you for wanting to be an owner-operator who owns the title. Like, come on, man. Y'all kill me with this. Because with these lease trucks, I run a fleet. So I have no interest ever in buying these trucks. Ever. It doesn't fit my bottom line, okay, to own these trucks. It don't, all right? For me, where the profit lies at is in volume, okay? Now, if I only had a 1-truck operation, and I was a single person out here, or I had a family, a small family, and I didn't have any aspirations of having a fleet, then yes, of course, I would go out and buy my own truck. But it don't make sense for me to buy these trucks. And I just did a video a few weeks ago and showing you exactly what drivers who have experience, they're not rookies, do to these trucks. It makes no sense. He did it to a brand new fucking truck. Okay? Brand new 2021 with the super glue shit. All right? No, I have no intentions of owning any of these trucks. They are working tools. They get the job done. That's what they're for. And when the warranty is up on them, let them be somebody else's problem. We turn them over and we get newer trucks and we start, the process all over again with that truck. That is what I do. That does not have to be what you do. You want to own your truck, hop on that high horse and ride it. I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. But do not try to steer me. Okay? At the end of the day, I make my decisions. All right? And last time I checked, there's nothing that a 1-truck operator, I don't care if you're an owner operator, I don't care if you're a 1-truck with your authority, there's nothing you with 1 truck can tell me when I am running 8 of them. Dealing with employees, dealing with contractors, dealing with attitudes, dealing with problems, putting fires out. There is nothing you can give me as far as a 1-truck operation that is going to help. And that's not me being rude. That's me being honest. I've seen more, endured more, dealt with more than an individual who has 1 truck and feels like they can tell me how to properly run my business. If that was the case, my man, you would have more than 1 truck. I'm just saying. If you are such the guru and you know exactly what to do, why are you not on truck number 2, truck number 3, truck number 4, truck number 5, truck number 6, truck number 7? You ain't nowhere near that. Because you are great being complacent. Play your role, play your position. We're all happy for you. But don't try to come over and push your funky narrative off on people that are doing it a different way to try to make it seem like they are incorrect. Because they're not. Big ups to all my lease drivers out there who do this. Because y'all endure a lot more than what the said owner operator does. All right? Y'all got truck payments over your head. Not to mention, you have to pay all the same expenses that an owner operator who owns their own truck does. So it takes a strong person to be able to lease trucks and to lease these trucks and be successful in them. It takes a strong individual, strong mind, because guess what? There's a lot of people who's failing in these leases out here. End of the day, it's not the company's fault that you're failing. They have freight. If they didn't feel like they had the freight to keep up with making your truck payments, they wouldn't do it. Why? Because you're setting their asses on the hook for it. So if they didn't believe that they had the freight that would make you some money, also make the truck payments, they wouldn't offer lease purchases or lease deals. Because once again, you stick their asses on the hook because they have to make the payments if they're leasing them, or they have to keep up with all that lost revenue or that lost money that they're not making from it being a lease truck. You got to be smarter about this shit, man. People think just because they're lease operators or that there's leases out here that all leases are bad. You know, it's not the leases. Sometimes you got to turn and look at the man in the fucking mirror. It's not the company. It's not the lease. It's you. You not doing everything in a checklist to be efficient and be profitable at what you're doing. Either you're blowing a lot of money on fuel, you ain't running your clock right. If you're booking freight, you ain't negotiating right. This is shit you gotta look at yourself as the man in the mirror and stop pointing the finger at these carriers and blaming, oh, they're the reason that I ain't making no money. This is the reason why leases suck. And it ain't that the lease suck, it's that you suck. I've been doing leasing for 8 years. 8 years I've been in this industry. Been doing it since day one after I got off the trainer's truck. I've never been a company driver OTR. Only time I've been a company driver is when I was hauling fuel here locally. And I didn't last there nothing but like 4 or 5 months because I couldn't vision myself working for somebody else when I have a fleet of my fucking own that I can go hop in one of my trucks and make my own money working for essentially myself. Why am I working for somebody else making this money? But that's me as an entrepreneur spirit. You understand what I'm saying? There are people out here that enjoy being W-2 workers. Why? Because they don't have to worry about the taxes. They don't have to worry about putting some aside and making sure Uncle Sam don't come and get that ass. They enjoy the securement of knowing that their taxes are being handled by their employer via I-9, W-4 forms, and handing out W-2s to them at the end of the year, and they just take it to their tax prep person. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just kills me that people always want to try to bash the lease operators or the company drivers because they own the title to their truck. I know, like I said before, I know several owners who ain't making shit. I know several owners who own their truck outright, don't have a truck payment, and there's lease operators out here that are making more than them. And they have a truck payment coming out. And they have a maintenance escrow and all this other shit that's coming out. And they're still making more money than these guys who don't have a truck payment. Their insurance is extremely low because they probably only have bobtail on there. They don't have physical damage because, let's be honest, why are they adding physical damage for it? They don't give a shit if they wreck the fucking truck. The only thing that they're getting coverage for is to cover the other person's vehicle for any damages that they create to it. But if it was their negligence and they crashed the truck up, they don't give a shit. They're gonna get rid of it. This is the shit y'all need to hear. That's why so many of these people you can't fool low. We can't have the conversation. I can't have the conversation, lease versus owner op. I can't. And the reason why is because most of them are not even in my pay scale, my caliber. And that's not to be bragging. And that's not being cocky. That's a fact. This is what I know. This is the shit that I deal with. So me sitting here arguing with a one truck operation person, dog, don't argue with fools. Because people from a distance can't tell who is who. Get back to these comments. All right, I'm looking for caps, capital letters, and I'll bring it to the forefront. Okay. Oh, I was about to skip that one. Let's see. All right. So right here, my man Thomas says, what is your ultimate goal? My ultimate goal is to keep striving for greatness, continue building my legacy, continue creating generational wealth, creating a business to pass along to my children to operate when dad is dead and gone, and something that can put food on their tables and hand it off to my grandchildren and my great grandchildren. Sky's the limit for me, man. I don't have goals. I have what profits tell me to do. Okay. My profits, my P&Ls is going to tell me what to do. That's what I got. Next question. MJ, why did the chicken cross the road? The chicken crossed the road because he was ready to die. He was ready to die and be somebody's dinner. All right. That's my answer to the question. Brian S. says, since you are prior service, do you have access to military loads? I spent time on, Pearson Ridge too? So I do, because I should say. If I want to open my own authority, I will have access to military freight because I am a veteran and I'm prioritized when it comes to getting a contract with military. But I do not have my authority, so that is not something that I am into as of yet. Does not mean that is not coming in the future. Didn't y'all just hear me say that I have to put insurance on my trucks? That's bobtail and physical damage on my trucks. So if I got my own insurance now and I don't use the carrier's insurance, hey, might be a little indication of where this is headed to in the future, if you will. But thanks for the question. Next one is, do you invest in cryptocurrency? Mitch, I do. I'm in Bitcoin. I don't have a lot in Bitcoin. I would like to learn a little bit more about crypto. But as of right now, I don't really have the time because I am working on finalizing this whole fleet thing that we got going on with the new venture. All right. Oh, yeah. Back to that was one of the comments I was reading. Right. I'm going to read you guys another one right here, I think. Oh, come on. Where is that? Well, that was one of them. The other one was this gentleman right here where he says, when I was talking about the UPS union thing, I did that video probably like a month and a half ago. He says, too many inaccuracies in this video, probably why there hasn't been any update, just saying. And I replied to him, wrong. It hasn't been an update because I stopped caring about it. That's why. See, people once again try to tell me how to run my channel, or want to try to tell me how to run my channel, and think that by you putting a comment that you're going to bully me into doing some shit. You're not. Okay. I make videos when I want to make videos. If you haven't noticed that, go check my catalog for the last year. I make videos when I want to make videos. You feel me? So the reason why I didn't continue on with that video is because I stopped caring about the UPS union deal. Okay. Now, my thoughts and beliefs still hold strong. I don't think that TFI is going to continue the union after the bargain agreement is over in 2 years or a year and a half now, or some shit like that. I don't think that they're going to keep the union around. I just don't. Okay. And I don't think that UPS small package is going to pick y'all up as drivers. I just don't think that that's going to happen. But I could be wrong. Who knows? All right. That is pure speculation. But the reason why I don't do additional videos, if I say that it's going to be a continuation to the video, is because I've lost interest in it. I don't care. Okay. I do not care. Technically, it's not a problem of mine. Okay, if it was a problem of mine, I probably would make a lot more videos about it. So we're going to close that one out right there. Just Phil says, thoughts on buying versus leasing a home? Oh, now that's a completely different game, right? Because before when I was leasing the trucks out to contractors, I would look at it almost like, dog, this is hotel on wheels. This is real estate on wheels. You feel me? So if I can make X amount of dollars per week off of basically renting you a home on wheels, shit, that ain't nothing but a real estate. How I looked at it as like real estate market on wheels. But hey, we probably could do, I'm not gonna say we will do better as a company, and also for the drivers as having them as W-2 workers. Appreciate that, Just Phil. All right, looking for all caps to get to some questions. Let's see. All right, here's another one right here from Shamarcus. He says, who are you leased on with? Or do you dispatch your own? Just tuned in, waiting on the reply. Need to hear this live. All right, so here's the deal. The only company that I have expressed who I pull for is UPS, because we've been with them for over a year now. And I've already told you guys about that. As far as the other company that we are at, that we're pulling for, I will not mention said name. Reason why I won't mention said name, I'm to the point where I don't like mentioning things unless I'm getting paid for it. And once again, that's not cocky. It's not arrogant. That's confident, and that's knowing your worth. So I don't express the carriers that I'm in partnership with any longer. At the end of the day, it won't benefit you for me to tell you that, right? So I would say that it's best that you find the carrier or place that you want to go to that fits your needs, right? Do a little bit of searching, do a little bit of studying. Google is your friend. Do some Google on some companies, and then go from there. But yeah, as far as me doing that, said company has to offer me a advertisement deal. All right. I'm not looking for sponsorship. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm looking for an advertisement deal. So that means if I advertise it, then you will have to pay what is deemed to be my rates. All right. So hope that answered your question for you, my man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Where is that? Then I already answered this one, Phil. All right, looking for all caps right now. My man, Young Bull, in the building. That's my man right there. If y'all didn't know, I'm going to be doing a video with him, a podcast show with him coming real soon. That's my man, Chris. Says, let me hold something low. I ain't got it. You got all the money. Speaking of all the money, he has box trucks. So for people that had questions about box trucks, I'm going to get him on the podcast. So make sure y'all tune in for that. You know, make sure that you have shared, liked, and subscribed and hit the notification bell. So when that joint go live, because the last video me and him did together a few years back talking about box truck, and that shit went crazy on the internet. People love knowing or trying to get information about the box trucks. And he is the one for it. My man, Chris. All right, let's see what else. Here's one from Brian S. What are your thoughts on power-only loads? I like them. I think they're dope. I also do think that it's kind of like you got to take it with a grain of salt. Most power-only, it just depends who you're getting the power-only from. If you're getting it from like a mega carrier, like a UPS Freight, UPS, Amazon stuff, they're not going to pay you as well if you were married to a trailer. Like say you're married to a trailer, you're on the spot market, stuff like that. They're not going to pay you as well as that. But the cool part about it is that you don't have to worry about maintenance on the trailer. It's one less expense because, you know, it's their trailer. They're going to make sure it's maintained out here on the road. So good question. My man, Apocalypse, what's going on, my man? Shout out, salute, part of the brotherhood. We're talking about the military brotherhood. That's brotherhood we're talking about. What you think about Biden trying to ban all ARs? Off topic, just curious, bro. Shit. Bro, all I can say is, they're going to have to come get my guns and blood type deal. I'm not giving up my AR. I'm not giving up my 300 Blackout. I'm not giving up none of my handguns. I'm not giving that shit up, bro. It is my American right. I serve this country. It is my American right to flex and utilize my Second Amendment, period. And just because Biden gets into office, am I willing to hand over my weaponry to him or to the Democrats? No, I'm not. And that's not not towards you, Apocalypse, but you already know. With us being former soldiers, I already know how that's going to go. They're going to have to come. They're going to take it in blood. I ain't giving up my weapons, man. And I feel like if you're ex-military, that you shouldn't have to give up. You served this country. You laid your life on the line. Or if you former military or police, and you or anything that deals with putting your life on the line, you shouldn't have to give up your weaponry, in my opinion. Now, I would say this is if you want an AR, this would probably be the time to hurry up and go down and get some. Because if he does ban it, I think it's going to be banned where they can't even sell these items any longer. And if they can't sell these items any longer, those that don't already have them, you fucked. I feel like if you already have it, then, and you make sure that all your shit is right, with your state, county, background checks, enforcement, all that, make sure that they're legally registered. I don't see them, man, what they trying to create a countrywide war. You know how many people they gonna have to fucking they gonna have to get to knocking, and you know how many people ain't giving those up, i.e. me being one. I'm not giving that shit up, man, without you. Back 50 feet. Either y'all taking me out or I'm taking some of y'all with me. I probably ain't gonna be able to take all y'all with me. You know what I'm saying? Big ups, my man Apocalypse just sent me a cash app. I very much so appreciate that. My man says, send me a $50 cash app. That's my man's right there. Big ups, man. Salute, brother. I appreciate that, Apocalypse. Hope I was able to answer, my take on this. But did y'all see my Instagram and my YouTube, my Facebook, where Biden was falling down them damn steps? Or should I say he was falling up? Yo, he about broke his fucking neck, bro. Yo, Biden about broke his fucking neck, bro. He tripped up 3 times. I thought the third one, I thought he was stumbling down. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the third one when he made that super hard third fall, I thought he was coming down the goddamn stairs. Dog. They got to get this man an escalator. Somebody get him an escalator on there. He ain't gonna be able to run up them steps no more. Bro. Then he tried to play it off and go up to the top and give a salute. Boy, sit down. Get your motherfucking ass on that goddamn plane, bro. Air Force One to be exact. For you fuck around and salute too hard, and then your arm and threw you forward, and you coming down them steps, Biden. Having fun with it, man. Having fun with it. But thank you, though, Apocalypse. Big ups, man. Thanks for that $50 super chat. $50 cash app. I truly appreciate that. All right, let's see. Another one. Say, Lo, who you think winning the ring this year in the NBA? I think still the championship runs through the Lakers. I do see where the Brooklyn Nets is just adding every fucking washed up has-been in the league to their roster and think that all of a sudden they're going to win a championship. I still think that the East runs through Milwaukee. Okay? I still think the East runs through Milwaukee. But I just find it real funny that Brooklyn has all of these washed up people. Okay? Now, granted, Kyrie Irving, KD, Harden. Okay? They solid. All-stars. But come on, man. Blake Griffin, washed up. His game is weak. His game is trash. He's terrible. Fuck. Detroit didn't even want you. Okay? You ain't been good since you left the Clippers and you guys were called Lob City with Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, that is, not Mike Jordan. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Ain't been good since. Okay? Dude used to be at Oklahoma in college. He just was a dunker. Okay? Reminded me of like a Sean Kemp shit. That was it. Now he's washed up. He's busted. Okay? And DeMarcus Aldridge, who just got released from the Spurs and now is over there at Brooklyn. He's washed up too. He ain't been good since he left Portland. Let's be honest here. Let's keep it a fucking buck here. He ain't even fucking been good since he left Portland. Trash. Trash is what the Brooklyn Nets got. Okay? End of the day, none of them still play defense. Okay? So, bomb drop. And if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, don't get excited about any of the bring-ins that y'all got. Trash. All right, next one. What kind of freight does your fleet haul and why? What kind of freight does my fleet haul? Well, we haul general commodity. I would say that would be for both sectors, for the new venture that we're on and also for UPS freight. It's just general, it could be reefer, drive-in, doubles, general commodity. And why do we haul that? Because it's what America needs a lot of, right? Thanks for your question, though. My man Mike Carr says, what's your take on Jeff Bezos stepping down as Amazon CEO? Just curious. He's still the CEO. You know what I mean? Granted, he doesn't have the title anymore. He's still the boss. You know what I'm saying? He's still the owner of the company. And I just think that he's at the point where he's built an empire and he wants to enjoy the fruit of his labors. Just my opinion. All right. And also, some people step down as CEOs because it is a monetary value to them to do so. All right. So, and I hope I answered that question for you there, Michael Carter. Appreciate it. My man George says, Trump or Biden 2024 low, which way you going? You going to vote? I am a Republican person. Doesn't necessarily mean that I like Trump. I think that Trump, he helped businesses out, and I'm a business. So I like the tax breaks that he has. I think Trump was the funniest fucking president that we've ever had. He kept me with a good laugh because of the rhetoric that would come out of his mouth is just hilarious. A lot of shit he did was stupid, though. I think a lot of stuff that he could have avoided, staying off social media a little bit, running the country a little bit better, that he could have done. But a lot of the stuff that he was funny to me. It's fucking hilarious, and I appreciated all the tax breaks that he gave to us as a business, in my opinion. But 2024, will I be voting? It is my God-given right to vote, but I will not. I didn't even vote this year. I just thought it was all bullshit. And that's just me being honest with you. All right, AC Dub says, Lo, do you live in Charlotte? I do. Charlotte, North Kakalaki. I do. All right, any other? Let's scroll down some more. Uh-oh. Oh my God, why is my thing acting like this? Okay, so that was the last one. This one is from WGF. It says, Lo, to upgrade from company driver, is it wise to buy a truck and continue with Prime? If you're talking about buying a truck on the outside and bringing it to Prime, let me give you a couple of heads up. You can go and talk first to the leasing department, and they should be able to provide this information for you. But if you're buying a truck from the outside and bringing it on to Prime and trying to run it under Prime's authority, a couple of things you're going to need, and that is you're going to need all safety aspects of your truck, which would mean on guard, lane departure, all that shit has to be on your truck prior to you coming to Prime. They're not going to put it on your truck for you. Now, if you're talking about on the A-Fleet side is getting your own authority and running Prime freight for them where you're basically power only, you get 78% of the line haul. And I would tell you it's consistent work. Right now, as it stands, you probably can do better on the spot market or just about as good. But that's just an opinion. But you're going from a company driver to that. My advice to you would be, once again, with you talking about with Prime, so you don't need no safety net because they are your safety net. But I would try it out. See if you like it. Shit. You might like it. And if you hate it, then there's your answer and find something else. Best answer I could give you on that one. All right. Am I all done with my man Bishop in the building? Al Smitty. What's good with you, Smitty? What's my Cash App? Oh, let me take this out of the way. My Cash App right there, Al Smith. Says to donate to this channel, Cash App is $ LoSean Parks. If you send me a Cash App, I do read your comment that you sent to me in the Cash App. Let them know how much you donated and give you shout outs. There's one other thing I'm going to talk to you guys about here. I'm just trying to get caught up on all the comments. Say Lo, my final question will be, does TV still owe the bank on Dirty Red? TB is my people, bro. I don't think that he owes anything on that raggedy ass Dirty Red that we both had driven. I think it's when did he turn Dirty Red back in? Like fucking three years ago or some shit. So no, I don't think he owes a damn thing on there. And if he did, I wouldn't pay for that shit. That truck was a piece of shit. We did a terrible job on pre-inspecting it. We did. That's our fault. That was our fault. We could have did things different. You say I'm not reading I can't even see the comments on Facebook, Al Smith. I see I don't know how to do that. Let me see. Okay, so it says I'm live. View on Facebook. Let me see. You're about to view a broadcast on Facebook. I don't even know how to. All I see is so all my people there on Facebook, I guess y'all are able to watch it, but I can't even see y'all comment. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me see. Okay. I do see a couple comments over there. All right, so here's a comment from Facebook. It says, do you think, I can't even pull it up, can I? Nope. Do you think Brady getting another ring this year? Absolutely, Sean, I do. They brought back 22 of their starters. Y'all know what that is? They brought back the same 11 on offense and the same 11 on defense. They brought back their whole entire starting roster. Dope. First team to do it since like 1976. Keep their entire Super Bowl roster intact. You have a direct customer in need of trucks ASAP. That is Trucker Taylor. And that's the only comments I see over there. I see 12 comments, so I got to the 12 comments. That's over there. All right, scrolling on along. Where's the last one I left off on? Well, damn. Okay, I got that one. All right, here's another one from my man Ray David. It says, question, any changes to UPS ground since Canadian owner took over? No, there hasn't been any changes at all. TFI doesn't take over it until the second quarter, which begins April, a couple more days. But I don't suspect that they're going to start making their full transition until probably about mid-second quarter. Brian S., how do you think the driverless trucks will affect trucking in the next 5 to 10 years? I think that it's going to affect it majorly. I am an advocate. Sorry to say it. I'm an advocate for... I'm an advocate for those. Why? Cost of operation, of course. You eliminate the human factor. The business can be more profitable. And I'm just looking at it from a business standpoint. So, you know, from a business standpoint, as a businessman, I think that they're phenomenal. Now, as far as from a driver standpoint, it's disturbing because there will be millions without jobs when they do bring these trucks out. And for those of y'all that think that this is never going to happen within your lifetime, or that this won't happen within a 5 to 10 year period, I would tell you that you're smoking dope. Okay. These geeks, this technology, the way that the future is moving, that shit is coming sooner than you think. All right. So if you think that this ain't coming for another 20, 30 years, you're out your fucking mind. Back to what I seen on the live feed with TV. TV was talking about like watching Star Trek and all that other stuff. And how, you know, from Star Trek, it showed, you know, how the iPad came along. I'm going to take y'all a little bit more further back. Any of y'all that seen that movie, Dick Tracy? Yeah, Dick Tracy. Remember the watch that he had? The watch he could talk to? The watch he could receive messages on? Yeah. What y'all think those Samsung watches are now? What y'all think those iPhone watches are? They ain't nothing but Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy. You know how long ago that movie was? Probably what, like in the 1990s, early 90s? Yeah. They showed in that movie already that there was going to be watches on your wrist that you could basically talk to and see all kinds of different shit on, right? That's attached to like a phone. And Dick Tracy did that shit. Remember, he used to call Tess. And Tess was his girlfriend. But he would talk to Tess and he would talk to, you know, all the different people in there. And I'd be goddamn if we don't have that in these damn watches now today. So do I believe that the technology is coming? Hell yeah. It's on the way. So the best thing y'all can do is either find a new skill somewhat, or either you adapt and adjust, right? You adapt and adjust. All right. So I've seen a lot of people ask me this about, and we're going to talk about it. So Lo, do you still do the sports betting? All right. Do you still do the sports betting? I do. Okay. I do. And some people feel like you shouldn't be paying me to get my plays when it's something that you could do yourself. You can do it yourself. All right. But here's a statistical stat. 40% of people who bet are amateurs. Or excuse me, I should say most people who bet are amateur bettors. Out of the amateur bettors, they only win about 40% of the time. That means 60% of the time they lose. That's what keeps the lights on in Vegas. Okay? That's what keeps bookies rich. That's what keeps sports books going, is the fact that 60% of the time amateurs are going to lose their bet. So with what I offer, what I do is a service. Okay? I created a software that generates and populates games that are in our favor. The probability of them winning, it had been simulated 1,000 times. It comes back and gives us probability levels. I created that software for my laptop. All right. So I can see all of that shit. Took me 2.5 years to create the shit. All right. So no, I'm never betting or giving people games in the blind. I'm giving people games based off of stats, data that traces back 15 years and how teams match up and shit like that. All right. I'm no different than if you was to go out, you didn't know a damn thing about stocks, but yet you want to invest in stocks. So what do? You have to go and get yourself an advisor who understands about stocks and knows where to put your money at. I am no different. Okay. That in stocks, it is called a stockbroker. In the sports betting world, it's called a sports handicapper. I am a sports handicapper. Okay. I provide a service. You pay for your subscription. Either you get a weekly one or you get a monthly package. Doesn't matter. And you play the premium plays that I put out there for you that are assured that they are backed by statistics. Now, do we win every night? Fuck no. Anybody that tells you that they win every time, all the time, is a liar. They're lying to you. And I explained this in my podcast on my private group for Low Sports Picks. But they're lying to you. Okay? It's good that if you can hit anywhere on the average between 55 to 60% of your plays, then you're being profitable. And that is considered a good handicapper in the sports world. Is anybody who's hitting that? If you hit higher than that, then you're just doing a phenomenal job. But I don't win every freaking night. Last night, we had one premium play. It was in hockey. Colorado Avalanche. They lose the game in overtime to Las Vegas, 3-2. Prior to that one, for the whole week, for the earlier part of the week, we were 5-0 in all of our premium plays. We were undefeated till yesterday. No problem. We got another premium play out here tonight. So we're going to look to hopefully close the week out at 6-1. That's profitable. I'm gonna put a screenshot up tomorrow. I'm already at $5,700. I had $500. Started with $500 and I ran that shit up to $5,700 in those 6 days. So it is doable. Okay, it is doable. Matter of fact, I got a banner right there. All right, and scrolling down at the bottom, Lowe's, www.lowsportspicks.com. Our slogan is "We hit different." We do. For the most part, we play a lot of money lines. Only time we take point spreads is if it's a dog play. They would take the point spread for a dog. But other than that, yeah, I still do what I do with the sports betting thing, making money. Now, my clients is nowhere near what it was at one point in time, right? And I'm cool with that. Because, like I said in the video before, if nobody else wants to play, I'm definitely going to play them. All right? So, hey, I don't know what to tell them on that. All right, let's get ready to wrap this up here momentarily because I tried to get to all the questions. Let's see. Oh, I did get a super chat. I did get a Cash App from my man, the Bishop, Al Smith. Big ups. I got 2 Cash Apps. Let me get it. Al Smith sent me $25. Crushing y'all. Appreciate you, Al Smith. He out here showing up. He's showing up and showing out today. I normally show support back to Al Smith too. He go and hit his cash up and lace him up too. So I appreciate the support back to me. But he says, giving back because you paid it forward. I appreciate that, Al, for sure, man. Because, I go over there and I support Al Smith and I put drop in Cash App. You come back over here and show support, drop in my Cash App. I appreciate that. That's how it should work. Brothers building brothers. Y'all head over there to Al Smith. Y'all see him down in the chat. Head over to Al Smith channel and he's hilarious, okay? Let me tell you something. Don't go over there with no feelings. You got to go over there with no feelings and no filter, all right? Because he's hilarious, all right? Another one came from my man Curtis Gibson. What up, though? Appreciate that $20 super chat. Curtis did not leave a message, but I appreciate that, man. Big ups. Much respect. All right, look, let me see if I can grab a couple more of these. I appreciate you for putting that up. Yes, that's what it is right there, my man Apocalypse. Thank you so much. $, LoShawn Parks. That'd be me. Let's see here. Another question here. Say low. My final question will be, does TB... Okay, I already answered this. I might be already done with the comments then. Hold on. WGF says, thank you. Not a problem, man. That's what I do. Try to help out where I can help out at. As my man the bishop would say, brothers building brothers. My guy. Any other ones? Let's see here. Right here, it's me. YOLO says, where is the video of you winning the WSOP? That's where I saw you before, trucking/YouTube. That's not a WSOP bracelet that I won. I have two of them actually. That's an invitational. It was the Dole Brunson Invitational. So it's not a WSOP. It wasn't televised. I'd never put out a video about that or anything like that. So, but those were Dole Brunson Invitationals, and those was held right there in Vegas, and they're private poker tournaments. So you won't be able to find that televised anywhere. God bless Lo. Thanks for being an entrepreneur and educating us. My pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. The pleasure was all mine. All right, listen, man. This has been a great show. It's been an hour and 44 minutes. I ain't TB. I ain't about to sit up here with y'all for 3 or 4 hours. All right. I ain't about to help y'all burn miles. I'm about to take my ass to sleep. Is what I'm about to do. And this has been long enough. All right. I'll be making another video or podcast or whatever you want to call this probably next couple of weeks. Moving coming up. So it's going to be a whole different, well, you guys can't even see it anyway because I got my green screen behind me. But I'll be having my own fresh studio in my new house. And I can't wait for that shit. Can't wait for that shit. All right. So with that being said, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And we're going to hit the outro and then we're going to slide.
Thank you for listening to the Trucking with LoShawn Parks podcast show. Be sure to like, share, and hit that subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on IG at LoShawn Parks and Facebook LoShawn Parks. Until next episode, keep it trucking.
The one cat that's on YouTube that's in the trucking realm that has a dope intro and a very, very dope outro. Might tell y'all that. Okay. I got to give it up for myself. Shit. I got to give it up for myself, doggy. Right? Anyway. Hey, man. Till the next video, I will catch y'all. Be safe. If you are interested in driving for us, hit us up, info@drive4pmg.com or call us at 1-833-525-4764. Let us know if you're a solo driver, if you have hazmat, team with a hazmat. It is what it is. All we are hiring is W-2 drivers. Okay, we're not hiring lease operators, none of that. We're phasing out the lease operation. So all we have is W-2 positions. And if you need more information on that, send us an email and my beautiful wife, Shay, will get on top of it. All right. So till the next one, man, y'all be safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, like being safe. And as always, winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. And we winning all day right here, trucking with LoShawn Parks. And I'm out this bit.